So if you are a Phillies fan or just a baseball fan in general, then you have probably heard the name Mickey Moniak. But if you haven't already, then here's a quick recap of his career. He was drafted first overall in the 2016 draft by the Philadelphia Phillies and agreed to a signing bonus of $6.1 million. He rose to the minor leagues, making his major league debut last September, but he wasn't great in the minors and he currently ranks as the 12th best prospect in the Phillies system by MLB Pipeline. And at the time of this video, he is crushing the ball in spring training. So currently at the time of this video, Moniak is 22 years old. He is a solid runner and fielder, and he should put up around a 280-ish batting average, but he has below power. Currently, he projects more as a fourth outfielder, but he is 22 years old, and the sky is the limit. So like I said earlier in the video, he has progressed solidly through each minor league level without repeating one, but he didn't play in AAA yet because of the no minor leagues last season. Moniak had a small cup of tea in the majors last season, but he only got 14 at-bats and 3 hits. So Moniak's name has been in the news recently because he has gotten off to a blazing start this spring training, while noting that it is a small sample size against mediocre competition. Moniak is currently hitting .333 with 2 homers and a 1.257 OPS. To add to the excitement of his solid hitting is the reports that indicate that he gained about 12 pounds of muscle and he reworked his swing that is a lot like the one he had when he was drafted first overall. And for Phillies and baseball fans alike, it is very exciting to see someone with so much potential succeed. But you do have to take the best shape of their life story with a grain of salt, unlike the Cincinnati Reds who are planning on Eugenio Suarez starting at shortstop. Yikes. But Moniak does indeed look stronger and better. He came into the spring training competing against fellow first-round pick Adam Hazley, Odubel Herrera, and Roman Quinn for the starting center fielder spot. Now, Hazley is hurt and will miss opening day, and Quinn is more of a backup, so that leaves Herrera and Moniak. Now, based on talent, Moniak is good enough to make the team as a bench player. But as manager Joe Girardi stated, he's either going to be the Phillies starting center fielder or in AAA playing every day. That is because Moniak is still only 22 years old, and for someone who has a lot of potential and is the age of a redshirt college junior, it does not make sense for him to get a plate appearance every third day. Also, this is not about service time manipulation like the Cubs sending down Chris Bryant for 2 weeks, or Mariners CEO Kevin Mayhew really just talking about manipulating the service time with prospects Jared Kelenic and Logan Gilbert, even though both need more seasoning in the minors and they aren't ready for the majors. Moniak already made his debut, and thus his service time clock has already started. Moniak probably will not make the team on opening day, but even if he doesn't, it shouldn't be long till he's starting at center field. I've also noticed that Moniak has gotten a lot of blame from Phillies fans, and some of that is understandable given his mediocrity in the minors. But I feel a lot of the blame is directed at him for Matt Klentak's failed rebuild. Now, I'm not going to bash Klentak, as he's one of the best people in the world at his job, but at the end of the day, he was hired to help the Phillies get to the playoffs, and ultimately, they have not done that. And a lot of blame gets placed on Moniak, as the 2016 draft was the way they were going to rebuild for the future, and ultimately, that did not pay dividends, as many of the Phillies prospects have been busts. Also, remember Michael Franco? Yeah, the Orioles third baseman. Remember when he was supposed to be a stud? Man, time flies. But while Moniak was one of the best prospects in the 2016 draft, he wasn't the clear-cut choice. He was signed to an underslot deal so that the Phillies could sign early-round talents that most likely would have gone to college. MLB's recommended slot bonus for the first overall pick was around $9 million, but they signed him for $6.1 million, so they had an extra $3 million to apply to other draftees. Now, this has become a common practice in recent years. In the 2017 draft, the Twins took Royce Lewis, who like Moniak was a high-ranked prospect, but Hunter Green and Brendan McKay were a cut above the others, and the Twins used the money they saved on Lewis to sign prospect Brian Anilo. In the 2020 draft, the Orioles picked Heston Kjerstad at number 2 overall, and deferred the money to sign Carter Baumler and Kobe Mayo. And in the same draft, the San Diego Padres signed Cole Wilcox to a record $3.3 million signing bonus for a third rounder, and he was one of the centerpieces in acquiring 2018 Cy Young winner Blake Snell. The issue for the Phillies is that the overslot guys that they picked have amounted to even less than Moniak. Oh, and while he has had his struggles, he's the age of a college redshirt junior, and in this year's draft, he'd be a favorite to go at number 1 overall. And while he may never be the guy that teams once viewed as a first-round pick, here's hoping that Mr. Moniak has a great career. If you guys have enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe as it really helps me out, and tell me in the comment section below who you guys think I should do a player breakdown on the next video. Anyway, thanks for watching.